Alright. So I'm just setting up because I have multiple PCs. Let me make sure that, there we go. So here's the link. Now, so it's your boy X from, you know where. So let me tell you what's going on with today's latest update, the LA Confidential. Today, I installed a guidebook. This will make it very easy for noobs to navigate, as well as seasoned professional vets and people who are familiar with the game. This will make it super easy to navigate because every city is different. So here's what I'm doing. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna get my whip and I'll show you. So let me jump in the whip. So I decided we're gonna do a fleet of Teslas. I'm gonna repaint this white. This is the original color. I just got it because I like how it handles. But um, for LA County employees that are required to drive around a lot, they'll be driving around in this custom Tesla Prior that I managed to secure. And I'll probably put the LA County logo on one of the doors. But uh, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So let's say I'm new and I have a question and nobody's answered it, or I'm just confused, I don't know what to do. If I press, if I flex my T muscle, and that's how people, for those who don't know, that's how people in the game talk because you're always supposed to remain in character. So you can't just say, oh, you have to press this and press that and do this. That's not how you talk because you could get kicked out or suspended or even banned for being out of character, right? So you would just say, hey, flex your T muscle and think about help. So I just gave you two clues. I told you to flex your T muscle, which would be the T on your keyboard, which I've already done because T brings up that dialog box. And I'm going to do it again. If I press T, it opens that dialog box right there. So I'm going to do slash and then help. And then when I click that, this opens. And this is our new guidebook, right? So as you see, um, it says welcome to LA Confidential Help Guide. This is the official help guide for LA Confidential, blah, blah, blah. Um, Here are all your questions can be answered or addressed um, without you ever having to leave the game. If you need any help, please contact either myself, X, or my co-conspirator, Lust. And then there's a link for our Discord server right here that if you click it, it doesn't take you to it, but it copies it to your clipboard. And then you could just go here and then paste that in, and it'll take you to our server. But this is the very first video I made for the server. Run like I don't got any stake. Yeah. Run it up. Yeah. Yeah. And this is just a welcome. On the run like I don't got any stake. I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Alright, so we're not gonna sit here and watch the entire video, but it just to give you an idea of some of the features and how it functions. So I'm gonna stop this, and then we're gonna go to our rules, and this is our rules in terms of service. As you see, uh, It's required that you're 18 plus. This is not a PG server. There will be sex and sexual conduct, sexual activity here. You have to have a working quality mic. That's required. Also, your character needs to have a somewhat realistic name and must not break terms of service. And there's a reason for that. Um, you must have an appropriate Steam name with no special characters, no emojis, and it cannot be offensive. All players must have a customized character and are not permitted to use a pad unless you've paid to be whitelisted on the server and you plan on role playing with that pad character. And what that means, pads are pedestrians. It doesn't mean pedophile, it means pedestrian in short. So you can play as anything. Rockstar has outlawed child pads. So if you see somebody playing as a 12-year-old boy around a bunch of men at a bar, that'll get you kicked out of this whole network. But I know people that have, like I know a guy that's a single father that's a criminal, and he has uh, his child strapped to his chest, and it's hilarious. So Rockstar tolerates that, but anything sexual with kids, that's no dice. So also part of another rule is during live streaming sessions, players must follow Twitch TV, YouTube, Facebook, Discord, their terms of service at all times because we are not responsible for what they are broadcasting as they stream. You have to have some sort of gameplay recording software with audio. It could be OBS, which is what I'm using now to stream. It could be Metal TV, which I also use. I have it down here. I use it for short clips, like if I'm goofing around with Lust. Um, I normally use Metal. I don't like Metal because it's a resource hog and it slows everything up. So the reason for it, because if someone is being toxic or even breeding toxicity, regardless of the social platform, um, without game recording software and you try to report them, you just can't prove your case. So with this, at least we can read and see. We can watch the video to see who started it, who did what. Also, non-consensual rape role play is not allowed in our server. And if someone does not feel comfortable from the statements that are being said to them, they can report it to staff. Um, there are no homophobic slurs, racism, in real life threats, or harassment of any kind that won't be tolerated. For example, the hard in, somebody calls you a nigger, um, no, it'll be none of that. There won't be any racial slurs, no excessive use of the NA word. And I get tired of hearing black people say nigga, my damn self. So you'll get written up, warned, or whatever. We'll take appropriate action if this is a continual thing. So another rule is no impersonation of staff, angels, mods, gods, or whitelisted jobs. Angels are called staff, and the reason they call them angels because we can just fly in from anywhere to where you're at. Um, we can even be invisible. So, but bottom line is, um, don't do it because we'll see it or somebody will tell. So if something else, I don't know why. It's kind of lagging. So where was I? Oh, so creating scenes um, are only to be used by businesses. So in other words, you can't just advertise your server or something for your own interest unless you have a business. If you and I'll show you in a minute. We'll take a drive. But if you're posting an ad for buying guns or gyms or something like that, or if you're on Facebook doing it, you're gonna get in trouble. We won't tolerate that. Now, fishing ice chests are only meant to be used for fishing related items. Don't put your crack in there. Don't put your weed in there. Blah, blah, blah. Any tickets that you submit about you lost um, regular items inside of chests, stashes, or um, safes, misspelled that, will not be reimbursed unless the server was at fault. Now, as part of law enforcement, you can role play as a dirty cop. However, selling armory items, drugs, or anything considered powerful or considered abusive to the economy, or actions that can translate into one party having an unfair advantage is not allowed. If you are part of EMS, which is emergency medical services, you cannot do crime while you are on duty. Now, if you're 10-7 or 10-8, which means you're not on duty, you should not commit or assist any crimes. That includes going on officers' radios, abusing or telling other individuals where the officers or EMS are, or any actions that can translate into one party having an unfair advantage. Now, um, if you're caught stealing items or money, stashes, or anything like that, you will be punished. This form of rogue employee RP is not allowed. So, additionally, cheating, hacking, anything of that sort will result in a permanent ban. Wizards, that's what we call people who have scripts. They come in and disrupt servers um, and do all types of stuff that the mechanics of this game shouldn't allow, but they have special scripts. We will ban them immediately. They're called wizards. Also, we can't commit any type of criminal acts against EMS when they are clocked in and on duty. That includes robbing, killing, or taking them hostage. That will be considered a felony. Now, um, everybody is responsible for their own actions. If two people commit infractions against each other, they both have to handle their own candle. This is not a retaliation server. Now, moving on, mod packs, if they're used to gain any type of advantage, like tracer bullet, sound effect, kill, smoke, or flash effects, that's not allowed here. Everybody should be at the same level, the same advantages or disadvantages. One person shouldn't have come into this server with special shit on their PC that allows them to um, form an advantage to win. So then graphics, visual enhancements of vehicle, weapon sounds, overhaul packs, that's cool. They're allowed as long as they don't give you an unfair advantage. So anyone caught using a kill effect, tracers, or any visual advantageous effect and it's shown on their POV, you will be kicked and asked to remove the effects immediately. This is a rule I shouldn't have to even say, but we have a lot of kiddies out here that are keyboard titans. They talk a lot of shit, trolls. So be respectful towards all staff. Aggression or disrespect towards our staff in any manner will not be tolerated at all. So staff also reserves the right to cancel any engagement, any tickets, and issue a ban appropriate for the situation. Don't share ticket details with anyone either. Um, don't specifically name staff members in a public forum. And all decisions, guideline interpretations of staff are final. Permanent bans can be appealed after 30 days, but any new player that is not here to RP will be asked to leave. LA Confidential RP. So these are just the rules, but it's more rules like meta gaming, power gaming, random death matches, vehicle death matches, baiting cops, looting players, and stuff like that. There are specific rules for that, and I had to think ahead because people will try to shortcut through the rules. So I have specific rules. These are violations, and this is only for staff to enforce the penalty. There's no court system for that. This is at staff's discretion. So we're going to start right here. This is LA Confidential City Hall. This is the new City Hall. Um, LA City Hall plays a critical role in shaping the physical environment of the city, and this is what it looks like inside. This will house the office of the mayor, the city council members, city manager or administrator. It'll have the finance department, human resources, legal departments, and other administrative functions. Now, City Hall is the main hub for LA County government operations and services. This is where you would come to get I, replacement IDs or a business license or a weapon permit. So we'll stop by there, but since we're so close to here right now, we'll start here. We're going to go to LA County Criminal Court, and that's just right down the street. This is what it looks like from outside at night. This is just for criminal court. This is the inside of the court. And then if I click right here on this pen, I get this notification that it was a success. And then I'll close this out right quick. And then if I open my map, it's already, if I open my map, it's left directions. This is where we're at now, and this is where the court is. So if you look on the left, you'll see the map. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drive there as an example. All you have to do is just follow the map, the GPS that
I bowled a 285 last weekend.
was fucking bikes down my way. And there's the court right there. And we'll just run in it real quick. So this courtroom is only for, there's a metal detector. This courtroom is only for um, criminal cases. So as you see, this is where the judge sits. If somebody was on the stand, this is where they would sit right here. Over here is the stenographer. She takes the notes. This right here would be the defender and his client. And this over here on this side would be the district attorney or the prosecutor. Um, this is if it's a jury trial, the jurors will sit here. It could be televised. There's a camera back there, and then TVs to for evidence. This this office right here. This is where clients would, like the defense team, would sit, and while they wait for a verdict, um, or doesn't really actually have to be the defense team. It could be the prosecutor could meet with the um, with the other attorneys and say, hey, look, if you want to do a plea, I'll recommend 3 years. So this is where those, you know, I don't want to say sidebars, but this is where that shit would go. Now there are two ways. This is the judge's chamber. So if there was a sidebar, the judge said, meet me in my chambers. the prosecutor, and the attorney for the defense. They would meet here with the judge in the judge's office. Now it's going to be two circuit judges. There's over here where I'm pointing at right there, that door right there. That's where the other um, judge would be. So it's going to always be two circuit judges for criminal court. Um, and if one of the judges is absent, or both of them are absent, then it would be a magistrate. These two tables right here, this is where the U.S. Marshal will sit, um, just to make sure nothing. Maybe a marshal and a sheriff, two different types of law enforcement. Now, what we're gonna do now? We're gonna open this up. We're gonna go back into our guidebook. We're gonna go to help. We're gonna go to city infrastructure, and then from here, we're gonna go to. Let's go to the DMV. Now, this is where you would come to get your license. Um, your driver's license. This is the only thing um, that you can really get out of here. You have to pay a $250 driver's license test fee. That's non-refundable if you don't fail. I mean, if you do fail or you don't pass, you don't get that 250 back. The test consists of it's going to be written and driving by an authorized DMV instructor. And if you pass the test, both tests, they'll issue your license on site. So we're gonna click here, and as you see, um, we got a notification that it's on our map. So as you see on our map, at the bottom left, if you follow that purple line, that GPS navigation,
Immigrant
whoa.
killer.
So we're gonna head there now. And as you see, this car is very quiet. This is an electric car. That's why I decided to go. Um, I'm gonna make a fleet of these for LA County employees. They're gonna be white with the LA County seal on the door. And now, and this thing has some good acceleration. That's why I like it. I like it a lot. And this little rackety ass car ahead of me is fucking up. So this right here is Amazon. This is going to be It is Amazon. Takes up both sides of the street. It's going to be a business um, where you can make deliveries because everybody's going to need a job. You're going to sell dope. Why is this sign fucked up? I have a lot of weird shit happening. Wow, I have a lot of weird shit happening. So this is the DMV, and it's doing it again. I was all this weird shit is happening. So this is where you would come to get your license. You would, yeah, I gotta fix this. I'm probably gonna delete all this, a lot of shit, and do a fresh install. Cause I had to install from a 2-month-old backup behind the last developer that working on my site, he fucked up a lot of shit. And then I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll teach myself. So, like the 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 guidebook, I installed that myself. I got it to work by myself. Normally, I would pay somebody to do some of this shit, but I had one guy fuck up my some shit in my database, and then I went behind him and tried to install a boombox. I fucked something up, so it is what it is. I had to install a 2-month-old backup, and I lost 2 months of work,
Damn, son!
and
Your
now
face looks like a dog's ass.
I'm
Could
paying
you?
for it.
I feel like going to a movie.
Yeah, I'm paying for it now. 'Cause look at my car overheating. Son of a bitch. I can make it home. If these fuckers will get out of my way, I can make it back to the car lot. I mean, the parking garage. Then I'm almost out of gas. Well, not out of gas because this is an electric car. Okay, problem solved. So I repaired the vehicle. But at the end of the day, I got this sometime yesterday, and then why is this still here? But this is gonna have like these are the it's gonna be the rules, the city infrastructure, um, anything that's related to the city. It'll be here. It'll tell you what that office does, what what you would go there for. You, there'll be a pin where you can click it. It'll put it on your map so you know exactly where you're going. There'll be pictures of it so you know what to expect once you get there, what to look um, for the city infrastructure. So we have City Hall, we have LA County Department of Social Services, and that's where you would go for like food stamps. Um, if you needed help, if you had some type of clinical depression, if you had a drug abuse, I'm gonna install the rehab center that's up in the hills. We're gonna reinstall that. Um, we just left the Department of Motor Vehicles, the Department of Justice. We haven't been to, but that's on a federal level. And then there's the LA County Criminal Court. So it's gonna be the city. When I first started this, I had planned this out carefully. Um, my city infrastructure. Okay. Next, we're going to do the next category will be law enforcement, and then it'll be fire and emergency medical services. Um, the hospitals will be lifted. There's a hospital not far from here, and there's another one on the other side of town. Um, there will be city businesses, um, but they're privately owned, like insurance. You're gonna need car insurance because you're gonna get into an accident. There's just no way around it. You're gonna need car insurance, or you're gonna have to pay that money up out your pocket. There's also gonna be health insurance. You're gonna have to go to the doctor at some point. You're gonna hurt yourself. It's just like real life. Something's going to happen, and you're gonna have to go. So if you don't have insurance, you're gonna go to the poor people's hospital. If you do have insurance, then you get treated um, by better doctors. You get medications and shit like that. Um, there's a lot of perks if you have insurance. Then what else? There's gonna be employment services, businesses that you can buy. Um, so this guidebook will show you how not only how to get there, but
I gotta give
what
you
they
the number
do,
of that
what they
headshot
mean,
guy.
how to navigate there. Um, so every question you could possibly have, I'm gonna have it listed in this guidebook, and all you have to do is just type T to open the dialogue, and then slash, and then help, and it opens it up. And the openings on the home, the welcome page, and then rules, infrastructure, all that good stuff, all that information. Like for example, let's say I typed in um, court. It opens up the Department of Justice and then LA Criminal Court um, because of the keyword court. See, so it's keyword based, and there's no way that you cannot miss it. Let's say I wanted to look up lust. So if I typed her name in here, and this would open up, and then you would see her name right there. So if I typed, and then this is we're gonna have all the restaurants and shit in here. So um, as I get to adding all this stuff, the search feature will make it so much easier. What if you say you want to buy a gun? So if I said gun, if I type gun, this is the instance where the word gun is used. But let's try weapon and posting it. See weapons, city hall, business or weapon permit application. Vehicles cannot be used as weapons. So it would have all the search results with the word weapon in it. Let's see something. What does this say? Okay. So they have multiple instances of the word weapon, but it's gonna. I like it. I think it gives it a professional look. Another agency that I'm gonna add because, and I'll show you why right quick. Look at my health. My health is getting low because I haven't eaten or drank, and I'm healthy again. But this is only for gods or admins or angels. A regular civilian would have to stop at a store and buy or a restaurant and get something to eat. So, put my seatbelt on. Come on, stupid. All right, so I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna have to install animal control. I have to find, uh, probably have to buy a script for animal control. I installed something, and then lately animals have just been popping up everywhere. and they've been killed. Look, like this fucker. Look, that Rottweiler. Now they've been attacking people. The first time I noticed it, see, he only was attacking women. He didn't attack nobody. So for the first 3 days, the Rottweilers only attacked women. They would run right past the guys. 2 days later, they were only attacking men. And he ran back. Oh, he's still going. See which way he goes. So I'm gonna have to get animal control. So, um, but that's about it. I just wanted you to see what's good, what's new. You know, every day I'm adding something new. Um, this is gonna be a really distinct city. There's the pier, the amusement, Santa Monica Park, Santa Monica Pier with the roller coaster, the Ferris wheel, the street ball, the bumper cars, all of those rides that amusement themes. But yeah, um, I'm getting it together because I just don't want it to be all work and everybody take shit too seriously. Then again, I don't want people running around here killing all willy nilly. There will be murders, I get it. There will be gunfights, I get it. People will get robbed. It just depends on who that person is role playing as. But long story short, I want it to be very even and equal. Where for every hardship, there will be a windfall. So, um, this server is going to be jam packed with a lot of shit. Even if I have to start this thing from scratch, a brand new server to get rid of all the problems, the little buggies, if I can't fix, because this is going to have to be optimized um, since I installed that old backup. And because I see all types of problems already, but I'm taking it in stride just to be like my learning curve. Because I still gotta, I even want the bosses to say it. Like, I don't want anything generic. I want everything to be as real as possible. So, right now, what I'm gonna do is head back to the
So what are you thinking about tomorrow night, Uncle?
garage because I haven't even installed none of my houses. Um, and then me and Lust were up late, um, getting everything together. We drove around from place to place and
I hope.
slow. A car came out of nowhere. But it looked, but the graphics are starting to look a lot better. So I'm fine tuning it. I just can't stand 3DX anymore, where all you can do is teleport. That shit drives me up the wall. All right, but that's basically it. So I'm gonna sign off, make some order something to eat, and then I'm gonna look into a animal control script because these animals are starting to get out of control. All right, stay safe. Nah, stay dangerous. I'm out.